Hey everybody, alright, today is arm day. That's right, arm day. Well, you're wondering why we're on a dip bar if we're doing arms. Well, that's because we're doing reverse dips. Normally, if you see someone here, you think they're doing dips, but we're not doing dips. We're doing dips, but reverse dips. We're doing them for the tricep, not the chest. It's going to hit that muscle right back there. Now, notice my hand position. As I'm doing my reverse dips, they're on the inside, not on the outside, but on the inside. And again, we're working on that tricep back there. If you want incredibly large arms, this is how you do it. All right, we've got to have the music. And what I'm doing now is I'm warming up, trying to get blood in that area. I usually do about 10 and do 3 sets to warm up, maybe sometime more. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But you notice here, I also have these cuffs. These are ankle cuffs and they have cotton on the inside, so it's kind of comfortable when I'm doing my dips. You want to buy some of these, and you get a pair of they come one, so you want to buy 2 of them, and you want to buy about 1.5 foot of chain. You will buy about 4 clamps, so you can clamp them around your ankle. They all come separately. Normally I use 3. Today I'm just using 2, just to give you a general idea of what I'm doing and how to do it. And I always start off with 1 weight, and then I will graduate up to 2 and then go to 3. Okay, again, we're doing reverse dips, and this is for the tricep area. If you want large arms, you really need to do this. All right, gotta have the music, and here we go. Now, notice my hands. They are on the inside. They're reversed. I don't know if you can see them good. I'm gonna turn around and get a better angle, but they're reversed. They're on the inside. This is not a regular dip. Okay, there's a better shot right there. You see how my hands are. They're on the inside. When you first start doing them, you might not be able to do a lot of them or none of them, but what you do is you just hang. So you just stand up that way and hang there, and pretty soon you start doing it. If you can do a regular dip, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can do a reverse dip. It's a little different muscle. Now I'm adding the second 25-pound weight on there. And again, we're doing reverse dips, and I normally do about 10 sets of 10 of these. I would constantly graduate. I would do 3 with 1 on there, and then I would add a second weight, and I would do 3, and then I add the third weight, and then complete my sets. Okay, here we go. Once again, it's very important to watch my hand. Don't forget, we are not doing dips for the chest. We're doing reverse dips for the triceps. See how my hands are positioned? And like I said, it feels kind of awkward at first because these are some muscles that you probably normally do not use all the time. So you're going to be kind of weak. I see a lot of people, doesn't matter how many dips they can do, when it comes to doing reverse dips, a lot of times they can't do it. It's totally different than a regular dip. Okay, as you see now, I have the other 25-pounder on there, and I'm going to do 10 sets of 10. Make sure you breathe through this. Yeah, your wrist might not be able to support it in the beginning, but you're going to build all this up. It just takes time, just like any other new exercise you try. You're going to go in there and you're going to be careful. Okay, now as you see, I'm doing pull downs. Now, if you notice, the position of my hands are up under the bottom of the bar, and I'm pulling it down, and I'm still working the tricep. And you notice I don't go all the way up. I go about halfway. My arms are kind of close to my sides, so you want to keep them close, and you also want to control. I'm going to do probably 10 sets of those, and then I will change position. Once again, you want to control it. Now I change the position. You see how my hands are on top of the bar now? At first I was pulling the bar. Now I'm pushing the bar, but I'm still working on the same muscle. You want to hit it from different angles. It's nothing worse than I see someone doing an exercise and they only do one exercise. Like a lot of times you see people doing arms, they grab the bar, the curl bar, and they just curl. Okay, see, I'm doing a different one. I hit it from a different angle. Again, we're still working on that tricep. That's what I'm telling you. You have to hit it from different angles. You can't just do one exercise and expect to get the results that you want. You want the definition in the arm. You want that arm to be defined. So that's what you have to do. You see, you grab the bar there and you put your elbows up high. You don't want to hit yourself in the head. And it just goes right over your head. And see, I stretch out and I go about a little bit less than about halfway. You want to go about halfway. And you want to extend the arm out. And I normally do 10 sets of 10. Once again. Now, I switched to a new machine. This is a preacher bench. And the reason why I'm telling you this is, you see the sides, one side goes slant and the other side goes directly down. That's because you want to do both sides. Now we're going to curls, okay? And a lot of times people don't know what this bench is for, but you see I'm doing the lower half. And again, I'm warming up. I'm using a dumbbell and I'm extending my arms all the way down and I'm bringing it up halfway. So the side of the bench that goes directly down, that's the side that you would do the lower part, okay? Now, after you warm up a few times, again, I'm graduating up. You start off with something light, and then you go with something a little heavier, and then a little heavier. And again, we're working on a preacher bench. Now, this is very good. It stabilizes the arm. You can't cheat all that rocking and stuff. So this is a very good bench to get familiar with. As you notice, see where I go extend down and I come up halfway. Extend all the way down, halfway. Okay? Now, when you're doing this exercise, make sure you breathe. It's very important. Okay, and now we are on the other side of the bench. We're on the side that's kind of slanted. Now this is working the upper part. Now notice I'm going halfway and I'm going all the way up to my shoulder. Remember on the other side I was going all the way down and came up halfway. Now this is an excellent exercise. You want to do these. Remember, if you want a nice arm, you have to do this. It's kind of like 21s. You ever do 21s? You extend all the way down, then you do half and half. But this is kind of like the same thing with the preacher bench, but you're only doing the upper and the lower. Again, I normally do 10 sets of 10. Once again, when you're doing this, you are not in a rush. You're not in a race. When you go into the gym to work out, you're going to get your workout on. So leave the cell phones and all that stuff at the door. Go in there with your game face on. If you want to get incredible arms, this is what you need to do. Let me tell you, there is no shortcut. I'm sorry. If someone told you there's a shortcut, they lied to you. If you want incredible arms, you got to put in work. Chest, back, abs, whatever it is, you have to put the work in. If somebody tell you there's a shortcut to it, they lied to you. You have to put work in. If you're not willing to eat, and that's another thing, you have to eat in order to get big muscles. You just can't lift weights. Okay, now here we go. Again, you see where I'm going. I'm extending halfway and I'm bringing it all the way up. Halfway, all the way up. Make sure you breathe. And you want to do it nice and slow. It's not a fast moving thing. You want to contract and you want to squeeze at the top. So every time you're doing an exercise, make sure you're doing it nice and slow. It's not about fast. Nice and slow. Okay, so you're going to do 10 sets of 10 with each hand. Now, make sure you do arms. If you want to try to make them grow, you want to hit them twice a week. If you hit your arms or any muscle once a week, you're really not going to get that growth out of them. So I usually kind of switch it up. So make sure you breathe, make sure you go nice and slow, and you want to do arms at least twice a week. All right, take care. Hope you enjoyed the workout. We're going to have plenty more to come. Have a great day.